How we feeling, y'all? What's up? What's up? Tap that like button. Y'all coming to the building. We here. It's your boy Cave. Let's go here real quick. Live and in the building. Live and direct in the flesh. Yes, yes, yes. We here. Another day alive. Thank God for that. You know what I'm saying? Always thank God that you're here to see another day. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that. Word up. It's your boy Cave. I'm here. What's up? What's up? I'm in the building. How we doing this morning? How we doing today? What's up? Y'all hit the like button. Y'all coming to the building. Why? Why? We here. Now, I was reading an article on Beyonce and Jay-Z. Why did Beyonce and Jay-Z have to take out a loan? They took out a mortgage. Beyonce and Jay-Z took out a mortgage on a home. They're worth $3.3 billion. Wouldn't you be able to buy any house? You know what I'm saying? Why did Jay-Z and Beyonce have to take out a mortgage? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. It says power couple Jay-Z and Beyonce have a $57 million mortgage. Are they broke billionaires? Or is something else going on? So Jay-Z and Beyonce got a $57 million mortgage. Are they broke billionaires? Why did Jay-Z and Beyonce have to take out a mortgage? Billionaires don't do mortgages. If you're a billionaire, you worth 3.3 billion, not millions. You worth 3.3 billion. Why you as being Beyonce, you as Jay-Z, gotta take out a mortgage? Come on, man. Y'all better wake up, man. There's a lot of public perception. Here's the article. Why bother with a mortgage when you have billions of dollars? Scratch my head. Why bother with a mortgage when you have billions of dollars? Why even fill out a loan application for that matter when you could simply pay cash for any home on the market? Those are questions. Why fill out an application if you're a billionaire when you could just pay for any home on the market? Why go through the process? Well, property records examined by the Daily Mail suggest that Jay-Z and Beyonce took out not one, but two mortgages on their $88 million Bel Air mansion. So Jay-Z and Beyonce got two mortgages on their Bel Air mansion. The couple is worth roughly $3.3 billion together. As a unit, Jay-Z and Beyonce is worth $3.3 billion together. And with that $3.3 billion together, Jay-Z and Beyonce secured a $57 million mortgage on the property in April. So this just happened. April, May, June, July, August, September. 5 months ago, they took out a mortgage. They secured a $57 million mortgage on the property this April. That, in addition to the previous $52.8 million mortgage secured 4 years ago. So they recently secured another mortgage in April, but they had another mortgage secured 4 years ago. Are the music moguls now just broke billionaires? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a difference between, what what you accumulate and your net pay. Your check might say you accumulated this much, but your net pay is what you really earn, what you really get paid. So they might look like a billionaire, but their net pay is like, it's not adding up. You taking out mortgages, it's not adding up. It's not adding up. Are the music moguls now just broke billionaires? Not like, I don't even know what a broke billionaire is, but I want to be one. Can I be a broke billionaire? Let me know. I don't know what a broke billionaire is, but I would like to be one, please. Are the music moguls just broke billionaires, as some online commenters have speculated? That's crazy, bro. I got 99 problems, but a mortgage ain't one. I got 99 problems, but a mortgage ain't one. And it says, by borrowing money against an asset they can easily afford. So Jay-Z and Beyonce can easily afford this, but they rather borrow money against it. Now, why? Why would a billionaire rather borrow money against something they can easily afford? Y'all paying attention? Why? This is crazy, bro. Appreciate y'all. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all coming to the building. Mark gang, where you at? By borrowing money against an asset they can easily afford, Jay-Z and Beyonce seems to be pulling from the buy, borrow, die playbook. So it's a playbook out there that says buy, you borrow, and die. I don't know what that playbook is, but it says it's a strategy that involves acquiring, appreciating assets. So it's a playbook that's called buy, borrow, die. The strategy involves acquiring, appreciating assets, such as real estate, stocks, or artwork. Then they borrow against those assets to create tax-free cash flow. So once they get this tax-free cash flow, they're going to pass it on to their heirs. Blue Ivy, Rummy, and Sear. That's their kids. To erase capital gains over the long term. Beyond the tax advantages, this method also helps wealthy families minimize opportunity costs. By borrowing against their Bel Air mansion, Jay-Z and Beyonce can invest roughly $110 million in their various businesses ventures. So they borrow money to pay for that, so they could spend the money that would have been for the mansion on other things. Beyonce can invest roughly $110 million in their various business ventures, or even the S&P 500. Crazy. Which has delivered a compound annual growth rate of 13.66% over the past 10 years. Over the past 10 years. Insane. That's insane. So, they damn sure ain't broke. They know what they doing. They borrowing against this company, and then they're going to turn that into liquid free cash in the long run. And the money that they would have spent on the mansion, it goes into other business ventures. Other business ventures. So, you know, it's kind of a passionate, you know? It's a crazy world, bro. Well, I seen a saying that says, I was watching Rock, and I seen a saying that says, "It's a million ways to die. A million ways to die, but only two ways to live: rich or poor." That's bars. I'm gonna say that again. It's a million ways to die, but only two ways to live: rich or poor. Shit. You know what I'm saying? you know. And people always get a second life, man. You always get a second life. Always get a second chance to, Bud Crawford is living his second life. Now, if you don't know about Bud's story, his first life ended when he was shot in the head in 2008, and he drove himself to the hospital. Bud Crawford was shot in the head in 2008 and drove himself to the hospital. He survived. Now comes the second life. Now he's 42-0, undefeated, retiring as an undefeated, many belts. We always get a second chance, a second life. So right now, Bud Crawford is in his second life. You know what I'm saying? He living his second life, undefeated. He's done retiring. I think Canelo was his last fight. His second life. You know what I'm saying? So, so when you get a second chance, man, you can't blow it, yo. Cause I don't know somebody who got a third chance. And nah, bro. The most you might get is 2 tries. Cause people make mistakes the first time. But you gotta learn from your mistakes, bro, in real time, bro. Like when it happens, bro, you gotta learn from it. Like, damn. You gotta sit back, analyze, reflect, you heard? That's all we could do. Sit back, analyze, reflect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we on the road to 6,000 subscribers. 6,000 subscribers. We almost there, man. I think we think 20 subscribers away. Yeah, man. Just got my hair done. Got the full braids, That's me. Like anybody know me, I'm gonna keep the full big braids, and I'm gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. Get my hair time to breathe, and that's my style. I like the full the full big braids. That's me, bro. That's been my whole style forever. It ain't gonna change. I don't change up or switch up for nothing, man. You heard? I was watching something today. Damn, what was I was gonna talk about? Damn, something, something I was gonna talk about in this live today. So much ideas come to my head, and I'm like, yo, man, I'm gonna talk about it on live. I'm gonna talk. I forgot. Yeah, okay. So I seen a recent Beanie Siegel video. So Beanie Siegel is surfacing online. So Beanie Siegel said, why Jay-Z ditched him in court. Why, when the judge asked Jay-Z would he be responsible for Beanie Siegel, why did Jay-Z say no? You know what I'm saying? So Beanie Siegel want to know You know, what's the explanation for that? He said, I deserve a conversation for that. That's what Siegel said. I deserve a conversation to know why they Jay-Z abandoned me. You gotta understand, at that time, Jay-Z was abandoning everybody. Jay-Z was not going to be responsible for you because that was the point in the separation from The Rock. Jay-Z was on, you know, he's thinking, if I want to make it to a billionaire, I can't take the same route. You know, you heard it on songs. You know, he was talking. You know, I'm about to be a billionaire. And why he ain't rock with Siegel, or why he ain't claim Siegel. You know what I'm saying? Jay was done. Jay was done with that whole Rockefeller thing. It just so happened that Beanie Siegel legal troubles happens to come at the time when Jay was ready, about to separate from the whole thing. Jay about to wash his hand with the whole thing. So that was the conversation that Beanie Siegel needed. But if he sit back and analyze and say, okay, Jay didn't come to my defense because that was the time of the Rockefeller split up. It was already, it was over. So Jay wasn't going to help nobody. You know, like, why you think even in the Rockefeller split, he was giving the young gunners 2,500 to do shows. 2,500 to do shows. And they had the hottest single, Can't Stop, Won't Stop. The Young Guns was hot. Chris and Neef was hot. Jay had them getting paid 2,500 a show. Jay was already saying, I'm done with it all. So for Jay to turn his back on Siegel, it had to happen because Jay was finished with it. So that's your conversation right there. Jay was done with the whole thing. So if he had said, yes, I'm responsible for Siegel, that means he was still rocking with The Rock. It was still Rock La Familia. But the fact that he ain't co-signed Siegel, his Ace Boon Coon, that lets me know that it was over. It was done. That was the nail in the coffin. You know what I'm saying? That was the nail in the... It was over, bro. It was over. People outgrow people. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to understand. We tend to outgrow each other. You know what I'm saying? So you can't feel no way. You can't feel no way. You know what I'm saying? You just got to understand what it was. And, you know, when it's good, you got to know when it's good, man. Because when it's good, it tend to go fast. But the struggle tend to go slow. You know what I'm saying? You see that? You know, when you're struggling, it tend to go slow. But when everything is up, it's fast, fast, fast. It happens real fast. And then, you know, before you know it, it's over. You know, you left scratching your head like, what happened? What happened was you should have been saving. You should have been on your state prop. You had all of this stuff going. You had 2 Bentleys and, you know what I'm saying? So Siegel had a shot. Siegel had it. But it's just, you know, I ain't trying to change you, Siegel. I'm trying to give you game to learn the transition from the streets to the fame. Jay was trying to tell you in the song, Siegel, I ain't trying to change you. I'm trying to give you some game to take the transition from the streets to the fame. You got to transition, bro. Transition. Smarter than your average, man. I'm good, man. Definitely, man. I'm always here for you, brother. You know, let your granddaughter fully recovered. Definitely, man. Prayers out to her. You heard? But I've been good, my brother. One day at a time, you know what I'm saying? Trying to survive the summer. And we did it. We are here. We survived the crazy summer. We survived whatever we had to survive, bro. We here. We survivors. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to your granddaughter, man. I hope she's fully recovered, fully healed, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's life, though. You know, like in life, The only way you know you're living is if you feel pain, right? Only the living can feel pain. Like the dead can't feel no pain. So pain is for the living, bro. So if you living, you're gonna feel pain. That's that's for the living, bro. Pain ain't for dead people. Pain is for living people, bro. So you know what I'm saying? So you gotta think like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're gonna go through pains, obstacles up and down. Life is gonna be topsy turvy. Life is like a roller coaster, bro. But I just try to understand that I'm not gonna act off how life is moving. I'm gonna stay grounded, bro. No matter what. No matter what life throw at me, bro. I'm gonna stay grounded. I'm gonna just block it, weave, you know what I mean? Block that, whoop, whoop, keep it moving, bro. Stay grounded, man. That's all I know. Whatever life throws at me, block it, whoop, whoop. Stay focused on the course. The road to success is paved with a lot of potholes, distractions, caution sign, caution tapes, 5-foot craters. That's on the road to success. And you got to navigate through that, through the craters, through the caution signs, through the green lights of boom, boom, people flying past you on your road to success. You know, you in your little car, and you see other people flying past, boom, boom, boom. Get, you know what I mean? Get just getting to their destination. But you gotta understand, this is a marathon. This ain't a sprint. We in there for the long haul. So, you know, let them choom, choom, choom. You know, they start off fast, but they wheezed in the back now. Now they in the back wheezing. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta stay at a pace, bro. Understand. This road to success is gonna be paved with a lot of things. A lot of things we gotta navigate through, bro. You understand what I'm saying? You dropping it heavy on them, bro. Dropping it heavy, bro. This road to success is paved with a lot of things, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go, gang. That COVID, man, sorry to hear that, bro. She only 7. Man, bro. Prayers up, man. You already know. Prayers up, man. Prayers is up. 7 years old, man. You know what I'm saying? Prayers is up, man. Knowledge is the avenue to success. That's bars right there. So that I'm a success avenue. If the avenue is success, this is success avenue between Knowledge Street, you heard? I'm a Knowledge Street and Success Avenue. Pull up on me. I'm here. Knowledge Street, Success Avenue. They gonna cross. I'm there. Pull up on me. You know what I'm saying? We got Success Avenue, you heard? Knowledge Street. A dog with a muzzle on can't eat. I'ma still make that t-shirt. I ain't forget about that. A dog with a muzzle on can't eat. You heard? That's my t-shirt right there. Y'all get ready. We got that merch coming. You know, I mean, we got that merch coming. I got the merch spot right up the block. A dog with a muzzle on can't eat. Know what I'm saying? Shout out to Smarter Than Your Average. And ignorance is the avenue to it. Ignorance is the avenue to a street with a dead end. That's bars right there. Ignorance is the avenue to a street with a dead end. I'll be right back, y'all. Ignorance is the avenue to a street with a dead end. Ugh. And ignorance is the avenue to a street with a dead end. And ignorance is the avenue to a street with a dead end. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, bro. Like, I never understood why my culture takes pride in going to prison, bro. I never understood why my culture take pride in going to prison, bro. Like, that's not gangster. Going to prison ain't gangster, bro. It's not gangster for a cop, a square, to put handcuffs on you and take away your freedom. That's not gangster to me. So you let a square, a overweight old man put handcuffs on you and tell you sit in that car, go sit in that cell, and you allowed it? You allowed it to go to prison for 5, 10 years? And you just okay with that? You ain't put up no fight. You ain't do nothing. And you trying to tell me that's gangster? That ain't gangster. That ain't gangster, bro. Like, I never understood how y'all take pride in prison, bro. You let a man, a square again, put cuffs on you. And you allow it? You ain't gangster, homie. Prison ain't gangster. It's not, bro. You still there. Walk up out of there. Why you let a square take away your freedom? You big bad bang, you gang. Walk up out that shit. You scared of that? Gangster is being free. It's harder to navigate out here than in prison. Anybody can street hots, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Out here, in the real world, with bills, with this and that, being free is gangster. That's free. Freedom is gangster, okay? I hate y'all prison stories. I hate your prison tales. I don't want to hear it. That's not gangster. You let a man take away your freedom. That's not gangster. Being free, that's gangster. Yes, bad criminals and bati man go to jail, bro. Like, some of them go to jail so much, you gotta ask them. Like, do you got a boyfriend in there? Is you going back to prison to see somebody? Like, seriously. Bad criminals. Dumb criminals. The smart criminals wear police badges. They are cops. They are cops. And with that, y'all, let me go charge up my phone. I'll be right back. Give me like about 2 hours, man. My phone is going real low. 21%. Like, when I go live, like, it just eats the battery up. It's at 22%. So let me hit the charger up and I'll be right back. Chichi man. Chichi man, I get kicked in the face. Yeah, we say 120. Yo! No Chichi man. None of that, bro. Like, yeah, bro, but I do not take pride in people talking about prison stories. I do not. Stay free, please. I'll be back. Open-minded. Yo! Chichi man, I get kicked in the face.